Hello everyone. This audiobook contains master words with meaning, examples, synonym and antonym. Amoral. Meaning, lacking a moral sense, unconcerned with the rightness or wrongness of something. Example 1. The character in the novel was portrayed as an immoral person who was only concerned with their own self-interest. Example 2. The company's decision to exploit cheap labor in developing countries was considered immoral by some consumers. Synonyms: 1. Unprincipled. 2. Unethical. 3. Immoral. 4. Conscienceless. 5. Unscrupulous. Antonyms: 1. Moral. 2. Ethical. 3. Principled. 4. Righteous. 5. Upright. Amorous. Meaning, relating to or showing romantic love. Example 1. The young couple shared an amorous gaze across the table during their candlelit dinner. Example 2. The book is a steamy novel full of amorous encounters between the main characters. Synonyms: 1. Romantic. 2. Affectionate. 3. Loving. 4. Passionate. 5. Erotic. Antonyms: 1. Unromantic. 2. Unaffectionate. 3. Unloving. 4. Unpassionate. 5. Platonic. Amorphous. Meaning, lacking a defined shape or form. Example 1. The amorphous cloud floated across the sky, changing shape with every passing moment. Example 2. The artist's painting was an amorphous mass of colors and lines that did not form any recognizable shapes. Synonyms: 1. Shapeless. 2. Formless. 3. Structureless. 4. Unstructured. 5. Featureless. Antonyms: 1. Structured. 2. Defined. 3. Shapely. 4. Symmetrical. 5. Contoured. Amphibian. Meaning, a cold-blooded vertebrate animal that lives both on land and in water. Example 1. The frog is a common amphibian that is found in ponds, lakes, and streams. Example 2. The salamander is another type of amphibian that can live both on land and in water. Synonyms: 1. Toad. 2. Newt. 3. Salamander. 4. Frog. 5. Caecilian. Antonyms: 1. Terrestrial. 2. Aquatic. 3. Mammal. 4. Reptile. 5. Bird. Amphitheater. Meaning, a circular or oval open-air theater with a central space for the presentation of dramatic or sporting events. Example 1. The Colosseum in Rome is a famous amphitheater that was used for gladiator contests and other public spectacles. Example 2. The Hollywood Bowl is a modern-day amphitheater located in Los Angeles that hosts concerts and other events. Synonyms: 1. Arena. 2. Stadium. 3. Coliseum. 4. Ball. 5. Theater in the round. Antonyms: 1. Indoor theater. 2. Auditorium. 3. Cinema. 4. Concert hall. 5. Convention center. Ample. Meaning, enough or more than enough, plentiful. Example 1. The hotel room had ample space for a family of 4. Example 2. The boss gave ample time for the employees to complete the project. Synonyms: 1. Abundant. 2. Sufficient 3. Plentiful 4. Generous 5. Ample. Antonyms: 1. Scarce 2. Insufficient 3. Limited 4. Inadequate 5. Sparse. Amplify. Meaning: to make larger or more powerful, to increase in volume, intensity, or clarity. Example 1. The new sound system can amplify the sound to a level that is almost painful to the ears. Example 2. The professor used the microphone to amplify his voice so that everyone in the lecture hall could hear him. Synonyms: 1. Augment 2. Enhance 3. Intensify 4. Magnify 5. Strengthen. Antonyms: 1. Decrease 2. Diminish 3. Reduce 4. Weaken. 5. Understate. Amputate. The word amputate is a verb that means to surgically remove a limb or body part. Here are 2 examples and some synonyms and antonyms. Examples: 1. The doctor decided to amputate the patient's leg after the accident. 2. The injured bird's wing was so badly damaged that the veterinarian had to amputate it. Synonyms: remove, sever, detach, excise, cut off. Antonyms: attach, join, add, connect, graft. Amulet. The word amulet refers to a small object worn or carried, usually as a charm or a good luck piece, to protect against harm or evil. Examples: times the traveler wore an amulet around his neck that he believed would keep him safe on his journey. Times she gave her daughter a special amulet to wear on her first day of school for good luck. Synonyms: times charm, times talisman, times mascot, times fetish, times juju. Antonyms: times jinx, times curse, times hex, times blight, times malediction. Anachronistic. The word anachronistic refers to something that is out of its proper time or historical context, often appearing outdated or obsolete in the current era. Here are 2 examples. 1. The use of horse-drawn carriages as a primary mode of transportation in a bustling city would be considered anachronistic. 2. A politician advocating for outdated policies or ideas that are no longer relevant to the current situation could be described as anachronistic. Synonyms for anachronistic: 1. Archaic 2. Outdated 3. Old-fashioned 4. Outmoded 5. Obsolete. Antonyms for anachronistic: 1. Contemporary 2. Current 3. Modern 4. Up-to-date 5. Relevant. Analgesic. The word analgesic is used as a noun and an adjective. It refers to a substance that relieves pain, or the quality of doing so. Examples: times I took an analgesic to relieve the headache. Times this topical analgesic cream works well for muscle pain. Synonyms: times painkiller, times pain reliever, times anodyne, times sedative, times antidote. Antonyms: times agonist, times stimulant, times excitant, times irritant, times trigger. Analogous. The word analogous is an adjective that describes a comparison between 2 things that are similar in some way. Here are 2 examples. 1. The relationship between a bee and a flower is analogous to the relationship between a pollinator and the plant it pollinates. 2. The structure of an atom is analogous to the structure of our solar system. Synonyms for analogous: 1. Similar to. Alike 3. Parallel 4. Comparable 5. Homologous. Antonyms. 1. Dissimilar 2. Unrelated 3. Incompatible 4. Contrasting 5. Unalike. Analogy. The word analogy refers to a comparison between two things that are similar in some way, often used to explain or clarify something. Here are two examples. 1. The relationship between a flower and a bee is an analogy for the relationship between a plant and its pollinators. 2. Using the analogy of a ship, the CEO explained how the company was navigating through the economic downturn. Synonyms for analogy include similarity, comparison, correlation, resemblance, and parallel. Antonyms for analogy include disconnection, difference, contrast, dissimilarity, and discrepancy. Anarchist. An anarchist is a person who opposes all forms of authority, order, or control, particularly of the state or government, and advocates for the abolition of the existing system. Examples. 1. The anarchist group has been involved in a series of violent protests against the government. 2. The book is an exploration of the philosophy of the anarchist movement. Synonyms. 1. Rebel 2. Nihilist 3. Insurgent 4. Radical 5. Dissident. Antonyms. 1. Loyalist 2. Conformist 3. Patriot 4. Obedient 5. Traditionalist. Anarchy. Anarchy refers to a state of disorder or chaos resulting from a lack of government or authority. It can also refer to a social or political ideology that advocates for the abolition of all forms of government and hierarchy. Examples. 1. The sudden collapse of the government led to anarchy and widespread looting and violence. 2. The anarchist group organized a protest against the government's crackdown on civil liberties. Synonyms. 1. Chaos. 2. Disorder 3. Turmoil 4. Lawlessness 5. Pandemonium. Antonyms. 1. Order 2. Stability 3. Control 4. Government 5. Authority. Anathema. The word anathema has a negative connotation and refers to something or someone that is detested, cursed, or shunned. Examples. 1. After his scandalous behavior was exposed, the athlete became an anathema to his former fans. 2. The new policy was an anathema to the employees who had worked for the company for years. Synonyms. 1. Abomination 2. Curse 3. Abhorrence 4. Detestation 5. Loathing. Antonyms. 1. Blessing 2. Acceptance 3. Admiration 4. Endorsement 5. Approbation. Ancestry. Ancestry refers to one's family or ancestral lineage, particularly one's past or heritage. It encompasses a person's biological, cultural, and social origins. Examples. 1. She was excited to learn about her ancestry through genealogy research. 2. The museum showcased the ancestry and history of the local Native American tribe. Synonyms. 1. Genealogy 2. Lineage 3. Heritage 4. Family history 5. Pedigree. Antonyms. 1. Posterity 2. Descendants 3. Offspring 4. Future generations 5. Progeny. Anchor. The word anchor can have multiple meanings, including 1. A heavy device that is dropped from a boat to keep it from drifting away. Example, the captain dropped the anchor to keep the boat in place. 2. A person or thing that provides stability or security. Example, the love of her family was the anchor that helped her get through the difficult times. Synonyms. 1. First meaning mooring, hook, grapnel, weight, catch. 2. Second meaning mainstay, cornerstone, bulwark, foundation, support. Antonyms. 1. First meaning in mood, adrift, drifting, movable, unfastened. 2. Second meaning weak link, destabilizing factor, liability, hindrance, burden. Ancillary. The word ancillary is an adjective that describes something that is subordinate or providing necessary support to a main or primary thing. Examples. 1. The company's ancillary business units, such as its logistics and delivery services, are essential to its operations. 2. The manager hired several ancillary staff members to help the team with administrative tasks. Synonyms. 1. Subsidiary. 2. Auxiliary. 3. Secondary. 4. Supporting. 5. Supplementary. Antonyms. 1. Primary. 2. Essential. 3. Crucial. 4. Indispensable. 5. Vital. Anecdote. Anecdote refers to a brief and interesting story, usually about a real person or incident. Anecdotes can be amusing, informative, or sometimes both. Examples. 1. The guest speaker shared an amusing anecdote about her time working as a zookeeper. 2. My grandmother always told us anecdotes from her childhood that taught us important life lessons. Synonyms: story, tale, narrative, sketch, memoir. Antonyms: fiction, novel, falsehood, lie, untruth. Anemia. Anemia refers to a medical condition in which there is a deficiency of red blood cells or hemoglobin in the blood, resulting in weakness, fatigue, and other symptoms. Example 1. The patient's anemia was so severe that she needed a blood transfusion. Example 2. Anemia can be caused by a lack of iron in the diet. Synonyms. 1. Bloodlessness. 2. Pallor. 3. Weakness. 4. Debilitation. 5. Exhaustion. Antonyms. 1. Health. 2. Vitality. 3. Strength. 4. Energy. 5. Robustness. Anesthetic. The word anesthetic is an adjective that describes something that causes loss of sensation or awareness. It can also be used as a noun to refer to a drug or substance that causes this effect. Examples. Times the dentist administered an anesthetic before filling the cavity, so the patient wouldn't feel any pain during the procedure. Times the anesthesiologist carefully monitored the patient's vital signs while administering the anesthetic to ensure their safety. Synonyms: narcotic, analgesic, hypnotic, sedative, numbing. Antonyms: stimulating, awakening, invigorating, refreshing, energizing. Anguish. The word anguish is a noun that refers to a feeling of great physical or emotional pain or suffering. Here are two examples of how it can be used in a sentence. Times after her dog died, she felt an overwhelming sense of anguish that lasted for weeks. Times he couldn't bear the anguish he saw in the faces of the families of the victims. Synonyms for anguish include agony, distress, torment, misery, and suffering. Antonyms include contentment, happiness, pleasure, and joy. Angular. The word angular has different meanings based on the context. Here are two possible meanings of angular along with examples, synonyms, and antonyms. 1. Angular, adjective, meaning having angles or sharp corners, pointed or gaunt in appearance times example 1. The skyscraper's angular design makes it stand out from the other buildings in the city. Times example 2. The athlete's angular frame made him look taller and more imposing. Times synonyms, sharp-cornered, jagged, pointed, bony, gaunt. Times antonyms, curved, rounded, smooth, chubby, plump. 2. Angular, adjective, meaning relating to or involving angles or geometry. Times example 1. The geometry teacher explained how to calculate the angles of an angular figure. Times example 2. The engineer used angular measurements to ensure the accuracy of the construction project. Times synonyms, geometric, mathematical, calculated, measured, numerical. Times antonyms, non-geometric, organic, imprecise, inaccurate, random. Animated. The word animated can have several meanings, but some of the most common ones are 1. Full of life, energy, or enthusiasm. Example: the animated conversation between the two old friends lasted for hours. 2. Produced by the technique of animation. Example: the animated movie was a big hit at the box office. Synonyms for animated include lively, vibrant, energetic, spirited, and dynamic. Antonyms for animated include dull, lifeless, lethargic, inactive, and unenthusiastic. Animosity. The word animosity refers to a strong feeling of hatred, ill will, or hostility towards someone or something. Example 1. The animosity between the two rival groups has led to several violent clashes. Example 2. Despite her outward kindness, her animosity towards her coworker was clear from the way she spoke about him behind his back. Synonyms: hostility, enmity, antagonism, resentment, bitterness. Antonyms: friendliness, amity, goodwill, affection, fondness. Animus. Meaning: a feeling of strong dislike or enmity, hostile attitude or intention. Example 1. His animus toward his former boss was palpable during the interview. Example 2. The rivalry between the two teams was fueled by mutual animus. Synonyms: hostility, enmity, animosity, antipathy, aversion. Antonyms: affection, amity, goodwill, liking, fondness. Annals. The word annals refers to a historical record of events, often arranged in chronological order. Example 1. The annals of the British Empire contain detailed accounts of its colonization efforts and subsequent expansion. Example 2. The annals of medicine have preserved the evolution of treatment methods over the years. Synonyms: records, chronicles, archives, history, accounts. Antonyms: future, present, forgetfulness, neglect, amnesia. Annex. The word annex can have different meanings based on the context, so here are two possible sets of examples, synonyms and antonyms. 1. As a verb, times meaning: to add or attach something to a larger entity, or to take possession of a territory or property. Times example 1. The company decided to annex a smaller startup in order to expand its reach in the market. Times example 2. The United States annexed Texas in 1845, leading to a conflict with Mexico. Times synonyms: incorporate, merge, unite, join, appropriate. Times antonyms: detach, disconnect, divide, separate, relinquish. 2. As a noun, times meaning, an additional building or section that is connected to a main building or structure. Times example 1. The hotel has an annex that houses the fitness center and conference rooms. Times example 2. The museum's annex features a collection of contemporary art. Times synonyms, extension, addition, wing, subsidiary, attachment. Times antonyms, main building, original structure, detachment, separation, removal. Annihilate. The word annihilate means to destroy or completely remove something. It is often used in a very intense or dramatic way. Examples. 1. The storm completely annihilated the small town, leaving nothing but rubble and destruction in its wake. 2. The army was determined to annihilate the enemy, and they succeeded in wiping out their forces. Synonyms. 1. Eradicate. 2. Obliterate. 3. Exterminate. 4. Demolish. 5. Wipe out. Antonyms. 1. Build. 2. Create. 3. Establish. 4. Preserve. 5. Protect. Annotate. The word annotate means to add explanatory notes or comments to a text or diagram. Example 1. The students were asked to annotate the poem with their interpretations of the literary devices used. Example 2. As I was reading the novel, I couldn't help but annotate the passages that were particularly well written. Synonyms. 1. Comment. 2. Elucidate. 3. Footnote. 4. Interpret. 5. Mark up. Antonyms. 1. Ignore. 2. Misunderstand. 3. Neglect. 4. Omit. 5. Misinterpret. Annuity. An annuity is a financial product that provides a series of payments in exchange for an initial lump sum investment. Annuities are typically used for retirement planning or other long-term financial goals. Examples. 1. John purchased an annuity that guarantees him a certain income for the rest of his life. 2. Mary inherited an annuity from her grandmother that pays out a fixed amount each month. Synonyms. 1. Pension. 2. Allowance. 3. Stipend. 4. Subsidy. 5. Grant. Antonyms. 1. Debt. 2. Liability. 3. Expense. 4. Burden. 5. Loss. Annul. The word annul means to declare something invalid or non-existent, usually through a formal process. Here are 2 examples. 1. The court decided to annul the marriage after it was discovered that one of the partners had been married before and had not obtained a divorce. 2. The company's board of directors voted to annul the contract with the supplier due to breach of agreement. Synonyms for annul. 1. Invalidate. 2. Nullify. 3. Revoke. 4. Cancel. 5. Abolish. Antonyms for annul. 1. Validate. 2. Confirm. 3. Approve. 4. Authorize. 5. Ratify. Anoint. The word anoint has a few different meanings, but one of its most common meanings is to apply oil or some other substance to someone or something as part of a religious or ceremonial ritual. Here are 2 examples and some synonyms and antonyms. Times during the coronation ceremony, the bishop will anoint the new king's head with holy oil. Times the priest anointed the sick woman with oil and prayed for her recovery. Synonyms: times bless, times consecrate, times sanctify, times commemorate, times inaugurate. Antonyms: times desecrate, times defile, times profane, times condemn, times curse. Anomalous. The word anomalous is an adjective used to describe something that deviates from what is considered normal, standard, or expected. Examples: 1. The weather in the area is anomalous, with snowfall in the middle of summer. 2. The test results showed an anomalous reading that required further investigation. Synonyms: 1. Abnormal. 2. Peculiar. 3. Unusual. 4. Atypical. 5. Irregular. Antonyms: 1. Normal. 2. Typical. 3. Conventional. 4. Standard. 5. Regular. Anomaly. An anomaly is something that deviates from what is standard, normal, or expected. Examples: 1. The unusual behavior of the animal was an anomaly for that species. 2. The sudden drop in sales was an anomaly for the company, which had been experiencing steady growth. Synonyms: 1. Aberration. 2. Deviation. 3. Oddity. 4. Abnormality. 5. Irregularity. Antonyms: 1. Conformity. 2. Normality. 3. Regularity. 4. Typicality. 5. Standard. Anonymity. Anonymity refers to the state of being anonymous or nameless, often in order to protect one's identity or avoid unwanted attention. Examples: 1. Due to concerns over her safety, the author requested anonymity and published the book under a pseudonym. 2. The whistleblower was granted anonymity to protect him from possible retribution. Synonyms: 1. Namelessness. 2. Incognito. 3. Privacy. 4. Secrecy. 5. Concealment. Antonyms: 1. Identification. 2. Disclosure. 3. Recognition. 4. Acknowledgement. 5. Publicity. Anonymous. The word anonymous is an adjective that describes something or someone that is unnamed, unknown, or lacking an identified source or authorship. Examples: 1. The author of the book requested to remain anonymous. 2. The police received an anonymous tip about the location of the stolen goods. Synonyms: nameless, unidentified, unknown, incognito, unacknowledged. Antonyms: named, identified, acknowledged, disclosed, publicized. Antagonism. Antagonism refers to the feeling of hostility or opposition towards someone or something. It can also refer to the active resistance or opposition to someone or something. Examples: 1. The antagonism between the two political parties in the country has only been increasing over the years. 2. There was a clear sense of antagonism between the two co-workers, which made it difficult for them to work together. Synonyms: 1. Hostility. 2. Animosity. 3. Enmity. 4. Antipathy. 5. Hatred. Antonyms: 1. Friendship. 2. Cooperation. 3. Harmony. 4. Agreement. 5. Sympathy. Antecede. The word antecede means to come before or precede in time, order, or rank. Examples: 1. In the evolution of mammals, reptiles anteceded them. 2. The emergence of new technologies antecedes changes in society. Synonyms: 1. Precede 2. Antedate 3. Forego 4. Go before 5. Come before. Antonyms: 1. Follow 2. Succeed 3. Come after 4. Postdate 5. Supervene.